that you didn't really feel like doing.
No.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So my mom told me if I want to learn to swim, I have to get used to water getting in my face, and I still don't like that. But she said my aim must be at least 5 to 10 times, and she said I could start with 3, and if I did through 3 and I didn't die, then I must do 5, and then so on.
Then you ended up going to the swimming pool, and you got there, and you didn't really feel like following that advice, right? You didn't feel like going in under the water with your head. Am I right?
I stood there like for 2 minutes in the pool. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But I have to do it. I have to learn to swim. I have to do it. No. And then finally, I did it.
So tell me, while you were not wanting to do it, what were you afraid of? You told me earlier that it's because the feeling of the water is not nice on your face, right?
Yeah, I don't like it because it gets in my nose and that feels funny, and the chlorine burns my eyes, and it gets in my mouth, and I don't like the feeling in my ears. It's terrible.
All right. So all of those are feelings. Which part of your brain experiences that awfulness?
The limbic system.
So your limbic system is saying to you, I don't like this feeling, right? I don't want to do it.
Yeah, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it.
Now you said that when you got to the pool, you needed to tell yourself, I've got to do this. Which part of your brain were you using to do that with?
Frontal lobe.
Aha, why? What does the frontal lobe do?
It's supposed to make the right choices, but you have to teach it to make the right choices.
You have to teach it to do that. And which part of the brain is going to work most easily? The part that you use?
To do the right things.
Well, that too, but the part that you use most often, right?
Yeah.
So the more you allow your limbic system to make the final choice and say, oh, I don't like the feeling of this, so I'm not going to do it, the stronger that is going to become, right?
Yeah.
So what were you then doing in actual fact when you told yourself, I've got to do this? Which part of the brain were you exercising?
The frontal lobe, and I was teaching it that this is the right thing and that is what you have to say to yourself.
Aha. Now, what happened when you went into the water and you had water all over your face? How did it feel?
Terrible, but I survived.
You survived. And when you got up, you were able to realize that your frontal lobe can stay in control, right?
And my mom said that if I can do it at least 3 times, then I could we have like a waterproof camera, and that I could like take videos under the water. And so I was like, okay, I want to do it 3 times. I'm going to do it 3 times. And then I did it 3 times. And then I got the camera, and that was nice.
And then you were able to take some footage.
Yeah, and I'm at the point of 5 now.
Well done. Now, it is really, really cold at the moment, but what are you going to do tomorrow?
I'm going to try it again, and at least I'm hoping to do 10 tomorrow. But
Wonderful.
I planned to do 10 today, but then it was too cold.
Thank you for sharing with us. Can you share with us any other examples of when you ended up using your self-control in the same sort of way, where you didn't want to do something and you just kind of encouraged yourself and took the step and did it?
Well, it was also like when I was learning to ride my bike when I was younger, of course. And then like I thought I was gonna die because like I keep telling my mom, you're torturing me because I can fall and break my neck on this bike. And then now I can ride. And I just had to tell myself, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. I actually taught myself, but with the help of my dad.
Exactly. And can you think of any last examples of scenarios in daily life where we need to kind of overrule the feelings or the likes or the preferences or the dislikes and just kind of make a choice with the frontal lobe?
Unhealthy food. And
in what way?
Snacking.
Yeah. And also when you get tempted to eat something that's unhealthy, what do you have to do?
You have to use your frontal lobe and say, no, I'm not going to do that. It's not healthy for my body.
Can I ask you one last question?
Yes.
Can you think of any examples in the Bible where God actually teaches us to do this? Because let's face it, what does the world tell us? What is the encouragement all over the place?
Follow your choice.
Follow my heart, follow my choice, my body, my choice. That's what we're taught, right?
Yeah.
What does the Bible say about that?
The Bible says you have to use your frontal lobe.
I've never heard anywhere in the Bible where it talks about my frontal lobe. What does the Bible say that actually reminds us about this concept?
Well, it says you have to use your self-control.
It does, absolutely. And self-control is one of the fruits of the
Spirit.
Absolutely. It also says be
Sober.
Aha. Can you remember the verse?
Be sober and vigilant, for the devil is walking around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour.
Absolutely. And there are so many other places where it tells us that we need to have a clear mind, right? And being sober, one of the things that is connected with being sober is actually making a sober choice, a frontal lobe choice, not a feeling-driven choice, right? I am so glad that today you got a chance to experience how you were able to do that. And how does it feel when you've been able to make that, when you've been able to achieve something that you were scared of and you pushed through it and you used your frontal lobe? Does it feel good?
Yeah, it feels like I achieved something good and that it'll help me in the future.
Absolutely.
Bye.